and I know
Thanks,
that
brother.
you were in Canton, Ohio as well.
Yes.
And I know you discovered something there. You told me off the air, and I know you haven't said it on the air, but I'm going to
Okay.
debut it right here.
Sure.
When you were there in Canton, Ohio, you told me that they are already making the bust for Bears quarterback Justin Fields. Is that true?
I need to check my notes. Yes, they are, actually.
I knew it.
Yeah.
And I bet it's beautiful.
What do you think, bro? What do you think?
I mean, it's a 103-year history of the Chicago Bears, and the idea that they found this guy, and this is the end of the 103 years, it's not just exciting, it is downright intoxicating. And I'm already, I think you can qualify it as the warpath. I think I'm on the warpath that he should get on the field. And I'm beside myself already that they're going to start this season on national television at SoFi Stadium down the street from you. And it's going to be Andy Dalton against the Rams. And I'm terrified, and I think it's going to happen, and I'm angry about it already.
Well, the concept of throwing him in the deep end of the pool against Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, where, obviously half the field will disappear just because of Ramsey, and Donald will be in his face and whatnot, behind an offensive line that is already, banged up significantly. I get it, but he did play for The Ohio State University, and he did throw every damn throw on the route tree on Clemson, and let's go. What do you think, that he's just going to turn out to be less than Mike Tomczak, which is the bar for Ohio State quarterbacks of the Chicago Bears? Let's go. Let's see what you got. Let's go.
First of all, there was a time when it was Tomczak versus Harbaugh for the Bears and Michigan versus Ohio State.
True.
But that was when I was in childhood. Rich, I don't believe, as it pertains to this Rams thing, we don't dodge players. We don't say, well, he's a guy, they got a great D tackle, so let's protect him. No. This guy played the biggest football there is, and if we're going to do that, well, Aaron Donald's out there. Let's not do that. Well, then week 3, they're going against the Browns. So should we protect them against Myles Garrett, too, and Jadeveon Clowney? No. It's the NFL level. Every team has good players. I don't believe in that. I do believe in this. I think we are seeing, Rich, a sea change here. And I think that you, me, probably most people listening were raised on this idea of you draft the quarterback and you make him wait and you let him marinate and you wait until he's ready and then you put. I think it's time to re-examine that. I think this position is different. I think the college players are different. I think the high school quarterbacks are different. The 7-on-7, the coaching, I think they are better, faster. And this idea, it always sounds great. We're going to be practical and conservative, and we're going to – can you imagine the football crime it would have been to the L.A. Chargers last year if the misfortune had not happened to Tyrod Taylor, their starter, which was a freak accident that allowed Justin Herbert to come on the field and have the greatest rookie quarterback season ever? The only reason that happened is because of the wild anomaly thing that happened to Tyrod Taylor. If not, Herbert's just sitting there. We don't even see him. And the list goes on and on. And this is right now, Rich, you're seeing him. All these people are saying, well, Brady waited, and Rodgers waited, and Breeze waited. Russell Wilson didn't wait. There's 50 other guys who didn't wait. Joe Flacco coming out with the Ravens didn't wait. Roethlisberger barely waited. Deshaun waited 1/2 with the Texans. Sometimes guys just have it. And putting Justin Fields right now behind Andy Dalton, God love him, there was a time someone said, Russell Wilson, this rookie, you got to put him behind Matt Flynn. Just give him some time.
Right.
Nonsense. It's a case-by-case thing here.
Well, I mean, the issue is that your coach was front and center of watching Mahomes wait all the way through to week 17, and that's, I think, something that informs his thought process here. But the difference is Alex Smith had already had years in the system and a locker room that had fully known him for a while, where Dalton is just kind of dropped in there. And I just think it would be wise to do it. And then, you get his feet wet in the significant way. Who knows what can happen? And then he's against 2 Ohio teams coming up next, the Bengals and the Browns. And then I just think it's the right move to do. Like, what the hell are you waiting for?
I know. And if I may, the Matt Nagy thing is everywhere because he was on the Reed staff, the draft. Right. I've thought about this for a while, and this is now looked at as this Michelangelo's David of how you start a quarterback's career. He waited and he learned, and that's why he's Mahomes. I have to call such BS on that. I'm really sure that if Patrick Mahomes had started from day one, he would have been brilliant. With due respect to Coach Reed and Alex Smith, I'm sure they did have a very positive effect on him, and Mahomes has talked about that. I don't care. Mahomes would have been better than Alex Smith that year. We don't know how these things would have shaken out. That was a very good Chiefs team. They might have won the Super Bowl that year if they started Mahomes from day one. So right. I'm kind of done with that whole thing. Just as I remember Lamar sitting around for months waiting for a back nine Joe Flacco to finally hand the job over, and there was a sensation. You can mess this up, and I don't want the Bears to do it.
This is why Brockman and I have worked together so long. I knew that back nine Joe Flacco is now on our list of potential fantasy team names. You're writing it down, right? Right, Chris?
Yeah, I wrote down that one. And less than Tom Zach is pretty good,
Less
too.
than Tom Zach is not bad.
Tom Zach's pretty good, too.
You know, like you can have like Tom Zach's face on a less than zero meme, right?
Right.
Like you can do something like that.
Or just Joe Flacco playing golf would be pretty good, too.
Oh, my God.
Sure. Rich, we could do a week-long show on Fields versus Dalton. Like I am visceral on this one. Like I'm sweating right now talking to you.
And it's unlike Kyle Brandt here on the Rich Eisen Show. It's unlike any of the other situations because you've got the first two teams that drafted a quarterback. They're definitely starting their guys in Jacksonville and the Jets. And Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo are a totally different ball of wax because Garoppolo took him to a Super Bowl 2 years ago. Lance last played a game of any significance a year plus ago, so you can get his feet wet and also have a package or something like that for him. And then Belichick's like, anybody who asks him, what are you going to do with Cam and Mac, will be just like, hey, 2001 with Brady and Bledsoe are holding that beer. You got to be kidding me. This one's totally different. A totally different ball of wax.
It's wild. And Matt Nagy it's so hard to get a grip on him this time of year because there were 2 years ago, we don't play anybody in the preseason. Trubisky's not touching the field, and Mac's not touching the field, and now the guys are all over the preseason. And, Rich, you and I talked about this a lot last year. Nagy gets wild. Like, he ripped Trubisky off the field in 2 seconds after swearing that he was going to stick with him, and then he puts Foles in, and then ripped Foles out again. And so he's trying not to flip-flop on this thing. Here's what it is. Can I share with you the Justin Fields, Andy Dalton, indigenous to Chicago metaphor that I've come up with? Because I think I can get inside Matt Nagy's head. Okay. So you're a Chicago Bears fan, and Justin Fields is this unbelievably beautiful, delicious-looking slice of pizza, and it gets put down in front of you, and damn, you are hungry, and you've waited so long, you've waited hours, days, maybe your whole life for this pizza, and you just want to dive into it, but you're smart, and you've been down this road with other slices, and you know that if you bite into it immediately, it is going to burn the ever-living hell out of the roof of your mouth. You know that's coming, so you say, hold on, let me wait. Because in the meantime, you have also ordered a Caesar salad. You didn't even really want it, but you thought you should have it. It was the minimum order for delivery. So you say, I'll have a few bites of the Caesar. That's Andy Dalton. He is the Caesar salad. You have a few bites. It's not bad. It's okay. It's a Caesar salad. You've had many like it. It'll sort of get the job done. So you have a few bites. Finally, you bite into like an overly stale crouton. You're like, oh, enough with the Caesar. But in the meantime, the pizza has cooled off a little bit, and that's been Justin Fields sitting there. You say, wow, I bet it's still hot, but it's not problem hot. So now I can enjoy it. It's cooled off. I did the Caesar thing. The salad walked so the pizza could run. That is what Matt Nagy looks at Justin Fields like. I'm not biting into that thing because I got to enjoy this pizza without the 5 layers of mouth skin being burned off. So give me some Caesar for a while, and then we'll get there.
Kyle Brandt's breakdown of the Chicago Bears quarterback brought to you by Uber Eats, everybody. Let it go.
5 stars and a tip, please.
Well done. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.